Hello everybody, it's actually a Wednesday evening, but I wanted to record this because the hubbub you can find in the background is because we're at the Christchurch Food Bank community meal down here at God First Church, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I've sat at a table where we've talked about a guy who has managed to kick his drink habit about 4 months ago and has been dry for the last 4 months, and then we got on to talking about antiques that he found in a charity shop for £1.50, which is now getting sold at a major auction in London. And then we just got on to mathematics and quantum mechanics. Isn't it brilliant what you can talk about at a community meal? And this place is amazing. There must be about 50 of us here, so huge thanks to Sarah and all the rest of the gang from Christchurch Food Bank who are making this possible, because we're now going in to talk to some of the other church leaders around the conurbation who are opening their doors to do sort of warm welcome spaces, and this is just such a great example to show them. So thank you for all of you who are involved in these sort of works. I know out in Wimborne and in Blandford and other places you're doing something similar, so thank you for doing stuff, and we'll talk more soon.
Indeed, we'll talk more now. I've managed to discover video merging. Yay, I probably made it into the 21st century at last. I wanted to do another little video because I wanted to tip my hat, as they say, in particular to Georgia and Pete, who have spent the last week digging down into the records of the trainees that have been working through the carpenter's workshop and through the gardening work and things like that. They have done an immense amount of work. The reason being that we some funding we got from something called the ESFA, which probably for them is now 4 letters they don't want to hear ever again. But these guys were going to end their funding for us. It had been a long time pre-COVID, and COVID got in the way, and it was all a bit messy. But we had some funding that was owed to us if we could get some detailed records in. And as I say, Georgia and Pete have spent hours and hours this week contacting people, filling in wadges of paper like this to try and make sure we've got all the records into them. And they did it. Friday night, they managed to complete all of that paperwork. So thank you so much, folks, for doing that. And thank you to all of you who continue to make sure we get the right records in for the right funding. It does make such a difference. So big thank you for that. And actually, I was checking out the carousel on our website. Ruth does some lovely stuff and putting those carousel headings on the top of the website. And in one of those, you can see Georgia talking about her work, Ruth interviewing her for a podcast, which is all very sophisticated of us. And indeed, the podcast equipment you can see was given to us by a company that heard about what we were doing and loved what we're doing. So shout out to Sontronics. Also on that carousel, you'll see there's Easter holiday activities linking to all the stuff that we're doing and links to what other people are putting on. And there's also a link to information about the energy price cap. Start of April, lots of changes in that. People will see increases to their council tax bills, as you know, and to water rates as well. It links across to Money Savings Expert, which Derek knows well, but they're really excellent in the information they give there. So there's some good stuff up there. This week is Holy Week, as they say in the Christian calendar, or Easter week, and I just love us to mark it in different ways. So no pressure on anybody to come along if you don't want to, but I'm going to put in some little prayer times at 1 o'clock each day, Monday to Thursday this week. And it'll just give us a chance. We'll have a little reading from the Easter story. We'll have a song, and we'll have a few minutes just to pray for each other and for any clients that we've got. As I say, don't worry if you haven't got any time to do that. It's absolutely not a problem. But I just thought it'd be good for those of us who do have a chance, even one day a week in the week, to just stop and say, Easter's a good thing. Because for me, it's the crux of history when Jesus actually made so much of, made it possible for us to live and have hope for the future. So have a good week, have a good Easter, and we'll talk soon.